yeah, if you think you're going to do it in your own strength, then you know what? Yeah, you can do it.
COVID, it's been helping people move their businesses from offline or brick and mortar to online.
Systems are more important than skills as an entrepreneur today.
It's totally okay to reinvent yourself multiple times, especially when you're an entrepreneur.
Welcome to Profitable Coaching Conversations with Wendy Y. Bailey. If you're a coach, speaker, or industry expert, you're in the right place for sales and marketing wisdom and insight to grow your coaching business. Now, here's your host, Income Acceleration Mentor, Wendy Y. Bailey.
Hello, everyone, and welcome again to the show. I'm excited, as always, to bring you another amazing guest. And this isn't just a regular guest, if you will. This is someone that I've known and I've worked with off and on for the past, 3 years, 4 years, 3 years, 5 years. Yeah, I was going to say 5 years, 2017. So it's been a while. So welcome to the show, Monique AJ Smith.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, let me tell you a little bit about Monique. She is a 30-year sports veteran, and she's going to tell us a little bit about what that means. And she's parlayed that into a profitable business, and she shows other sports veteran people in the sports and athletic field in higher ed how to monetize their gifts and their experiences as well. So welcome again to the show. Tell us what you do. Tell us what a 30-year sports veteran who's parlayed that experience into a profitable business. What does that look like for you, Monique?
Well, it looks like planting seeds of empowerment to lead others to greatness. What I try to do is with my clients is listen, and then try to help them reach their desired destination. So I do that with athletic departments, using staff retreats, or working with their top executives and executive coaching. And then I do a lot of leadership pieces that are things that are going on, trying to bring it to the forefront to help them to be profitable there. And then I do the same thing for sport organizations, being able to show leadership and how to do that with the things that are going on now to, again, make them be one of the top sport organizations that there are. And then I really like to work with individuals who wish to advance in athletic administration, sports business, or the marketplace. So, educators, it's hard for them to understand how to package that. So I created a couple of vehicles to do that. One is the magazine that I have. Because when I would say how to put your shingle out as a consultant, they wouldn't get that. But when I would say, what's your specialized knowledge? What's your intellectual property? What is something that is only special to you that you always do at every institution? And that's how we've been able to really grow the magazine, because it becomes a vehicle for them to have another income.
Yeah, and it's a monthly magazine, right?
No, it's a biannual, March and August.
Okay, very cool.
I'll be dead.
It sounds like it's probably, would you say you'd be dead if it was?
Yeah, girl, I know
it's
anywhere.
a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I'm getting ready to publish a magazine as well. So I'm taking cues from you.
Okay.
I get it. So that's just one vehicle that you use. Mm-hmm. What are the other vehicles that you use to serve your clients?
The podcast. I'm in my 8th season. This is the last month. August will be season 9. So I go all year long. And, that began that just without even knowing that it was going to be what it is. It's internationally known. So I interview African-American female athletic administrators from either, and mind you, expanding from just university to now Parks and Recs, to YMCAs. So again, it's to show the career opportunities, because we have a lot of people majoring in sports management, getting their masters with no experience, to be honest with you, and they don't know about all the opportunities. I think it was 2017, I partnered with the NAIA and Dr. Kiki Baker-Barnes.
What's the acronym?
National Intercollegiate Athletic Association.
Okay.
It's like the competitor to the NCAA, but it's smaller institutions.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the privilege of speaking there on diversity in education, and had a packed house. As a matter of fact, they had to go bring some chairs. So I said, that's the evidence that your people are desiring diversity and you need some. Mm-hmm. And so, again, by me being the frank person I am, that's what I said. And then we partnered. So I did like a highlight of all the women of color within that association from a podcast standpoint, twofold. Number one, to show that there are women of color in that association. Mm-hmm. And number two, to let the other individuals who want to be athletic directors and can't plug into the whole of the NCAA or high school, here is a place for you. And I will say, we saw a spike in the number of Black women becoming athletic directors in the NEI.
I think that's awesome. It's always great and like really fulfilling when you do work that's really making a difference in the community that you serve. And that's totally what I hear and what I get from you. What are the other vehicles? You said the magazine, you do retreats, and you do executive coaching, and you do other things. What are the other vehicles that you use to support your clients?
Well, I just came back from NACDA, which is National Association of Collegiate Athletic Directors, which is the umbrella for every area of athletics, facilities, fundraising, compliance, sports information. They're all in one city. And it's like a 2-week piece. So then, and MOA, which is Minorities Opportunity Athletic Association, which is all of those other entities in one place that look for minorities. So ideally, to have a reception. So I just had my 8th annual reception in Vegas using my timeshare. And I bought the timeshare under my business name. So I was really, and I did that in 2014, 2015. Mm-hmm. And it's really been paying off. So had that, I invited the people from the magazine. I blew up the magazine. Everybody came to see, talk to them. Before I did the magazine, I would honor the #1 podcast from the previous season. So it was really just a festive time. So that's what
I love about how you put it together. You made sure that it encompassed a number of different facets of what you do and the people you serve. And it made it fun. I bet it made it, enticing for people to come out to be part of it. And they probably wanted to share in the success of everything you've done and you've created for the community. I love it.
Well, it's funny because when we went around the room and I just said, everybody wanted to know everybody that was there. And a lot of people, when I did my discovery calls, the 15 minutes or something, I might have given them a seed that helped them, but I wouldn't have known that. So they were delighted to share it in that setting. And I was just so shocked to some of the things I would say. So it's like a commercial because other people, okay, I want to join the Advanced Academy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or I want to be in the magazine, or I want you to come to a university workshop. And I was just taking
you up because of their own experiences.
Yes. So it was great.
Yeah, that's great. Anything else you want to tell us about what you do in the communities you serve? It sounds like you're doing a lot of things. How long have you been in your business? I know you've been a sports veteran for more than 30 years, but how long has it been that you've done the podcast? 8 years, I know for that. And then your business in the Advanced Academy. I know the magazine is a couple of years old, right?
I would say I'm going to do the 4th one is coming out, so that's 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been in business full time for 9 years, but I've been a consultant since 2005.
Yeah.
Doing is kind of some of
years. Yeah.
Doing what I'm suddenly doing now. I've been known again to grow women in athletic position for the seat of athletic director. So I did that during my 9 to 5. And so other conferences would bring me in to speak, to help them cultivate that kind of leadership piece. You might have been a coach, but you might have been given an administrative role. How do you marry the two? And so I've been known for that for years. So that's where my name kind of carries out. But to be honest, like I said, most educators don't know how to create a framework, how to package or monetize a specialized knowledge. And that was my challenge, when I began to become an entrepreneur full time.
Yeah. But it sounds like you understood the role that they wanted to step into well enough to speak a language that helped them to identify those opportunities. That's what it sounds like to me. And I think that's amazing. It really, really is. So we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll go through our signature Profitable Wisdom segment. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Morgana Ray, and you're tuned in to the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Please like, comment, review, and subscribe now so you're notified when the next episode goes live.
Hi, I'm Lee Chambers, and you're tuned into the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Like, comment, review, and subscribe now so you're notified when the next episode goes live.
Hi, I'm Sharita Sparrow, your world-class therapy practitioner, and you're tuned into the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Like, comment, review, and subscribe now so you can be notified when the next episode goes live.
Welcome back. We're talking with Monique A.J. Smith, who is a veteran sports management, everything sports and athletics. And we've been talking about how she built her business and how she serves her clients today in helping them monetize what they're doing as well. So let's get into our Profitable Wisdom segment. This is the segment where I ask pretty much the same questions of every single guest. The first question is, who's had the greatest influence on you in your life?
In my life. Well, I would say I'm going to modify that just slightly.
Okay.
Who had the first? Okay, and it's two women, Patricia Harris and Barbara Jordan, because my father stopped to listen to them.
I thought you were going to say your father. Actually, that's what.
And it's all connected. Because my father educated for 40 years and whatnot, old school, and but for him to stop and listen to a woman, to me was like, I want to be that. That so men will listen to what I have to say.
Wow.
And that had just been my measuring tool. Because when I was a little girl, my father was a public speaker. So I always remember sitting in the audience and my father always introducing us. I really never knew what he was talking about. I know he used big words, didn't know what he was talking about. But there was one word that he always used, and my god sister and I always joke about it. And the multitude.
Multitude, okay.
Like, what in the world is and the multitude? So I think subconsciously, again, I always wanted to be a public speaker.
Yeah, that's a great influence. I knew your father had something to do with it because I know how much you admired him and how you were a daddy's girl. So what's the best business advice you've ever received? Did that come from your dad?
No.
Okay.
It came from you.
Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, that's why you smiled like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's why, when you have folks who tell you something and you do it, and it works, you got to keep going back to the well, you know? So one of the things I had a hard time doing, and it's so many on the business side.
We all
yeah, you know, but from a time span of 5 years, you know, and but the part that really gets me over the hump is knowing, which we didn't actually talk about per se, is getting over the rejection. You see, and so, and to know my worth, that is not based on hourly, it's based on all my experiences.
Those are sales conversation elements that we have definitely talked about.
Yeah, but even go further than that, when you gave me the simple thing of having a spreadsheet, what was your form, and when you want to close, get the money then. And I was like, and it worked. And it was interesting because, again, I teach sports marketing and I was teaching telemarketing, but because I had never done it before, I didn't realize that I was learning it as I was teaching it. And then you were telling me, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is what this is.
Yeah. And the thing that I love about, I'm really glad to hear you say that, and I'm grateful that it has had an impact in your life and in your business. The thing that I love about your story and how you have adopted new skills in your sales conversation is you're still doing stuff today. You know what I mean? It's not like you did it one time, it worked, and you're like, okay, I know how to do that now. You continue to elevate your learning. You continue to expand your knowledge. And just like today, before we started recording, you were telling me about how you were, you know, closing this deal and how you worked that so that it changed sort of the game of how you do things. I love that. I think that's amazing. It really, really is. So I'm honored that you credit me with that business.
Yeah.
So what's been your largest single sale? What was the amount and what were the circumstances? And I always like to ask, what did you do to celebrate?
Well, one of my largest pieces is university workshops. And so I would just say in general, when I do Power 5 institutions, you know, I can charge much more than I do for my HBCUs. I do have, you know, that.
What's a Power 5 university?
ACC, Division I institutions that have money.
Athletic terms that I'm not familiar with.
Yes. And so, so when I do that, and I was a consultant for the NCAA for a while, and those were big checks. You know, but I would say what I celebrate are the ones that are a multitude of opportunities at one location.
What do you mean?
So
I know what you mean by that, but what?
Okay, so it's not a one-time thing. It's like a contract. So right now I have a contract with Delaware Interscholastic Athletic Association to create their student athlete leadership program. And so, you know, I had a 3-month one to create the mission and vision and the forms and whatnot. So then just yesterday, she asked, did I want to, you know, work 12 months? And I'm like, sure.
Yeah. So it's not just creating the program, it's administering the program, it's going to the next thing after the program. You mentioned doing some executive coaching of the leaders. All of that is part of the work that you do. I love it. Yeah, multifaceted for sure. And we all have those times, like every couple of weeks, when we just want to quit and want to give up and wondering why we're putting ourselves through this torture. What has helped you move through those times when you felt like giving up?
Interesting. Well, I'm a person of faith. And I, you know, honestly, I just go back to the very first time. I'll be honest with you. When I got my first pink slip, you know, everyone was trying to assist with, you know, providing job descriptions and whatnot. But I got the NCAA consulting gig, which was a retainer, you know, for I think it was like 4 or 5 months.
Mhm.
And then, and so I was like, okay, this is working. That is not working. And so let me just say that to anyone. See, the problem is people are not familiar with this entrepreneur piece. They're going to always go what they do know. So it's just about that they have been exposed. So people who maybe not be on your side or cheering you on, it's just that they don't know. And they are fearful for you. So you got to let your faith beat out their fear. And so in all of my life, I've always, even with this, I majored in communications. My father did not understand how I was going to make it, and as he called it, a fluff major. Because he was an educator. And to him,
look at him now. It was, you needed to get into a certain career that would guide you to certain things. Yeah.
And so, but see, then that was 30 some years ago. I knew then that I said, my personality, my knowledge base, my creativity is going to take me where I want to go. So I have that same gut feeling when I did entrepreneurship. And I have to cut out those folks who don't necessarily understand. And, I didn't cut my father out, but I was just like, okay, you just wait and see. So when he went to go see Michael Jordan, I say, fluff major. When he sat beside Puff Daddy at the CIAA tournament.
Because you were the one who had the tickets.
Yeah, I'm the one who created the event. I had parlayed. I mean, even though we're talking about athletics, I ran the events for the CIAA. So I had parlayed, just all the things he enjoyed, backstage with Jesse Jackson, shaking hands on the football field. I was like, love Ranger, Daddy.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I'm curious. Do you feel like he got to a point where he was like, I really respect what you're doing?
Girl, here's the funny thing. My daddy, he was in line for a concert or something, because I had the basketball game, then I had the concert after the basketball game. So he's in line. And he said, I'm baby girl's daddy.
That's how he introduced himself, baby girl.
Yeah, he said, I wasn't there. So he's trying to tell folks that he don't need to stay in his line.
I know the person running things.
Right. So he pulled out my picture.
I love it.
I went to the front of the line. I said, Lord,
hey, he did what worked for him, I love it. But not my
name now. He could have said Monique, But he said baby girl.
Yeah. That's who he knew you to be.
That's funny.
So he was like, let me show you, as a proud daddy, let me show you my baby girl. Yeah, who's running things. I love it. And what's your greatest personal accomplishment outside of your business?
Well, I would say, I can't even say how many years. Well, I married my college sweetheart. And he is quite supportive. What you see here, my desk and everything, he created my office so I can have peace.
Nice.
And
you guys just celebrated an anniversary, didn't you?
June the 4th.
How many years?
I said, I knew you were gonna do that, but it's okay. I know it's 11 years. Married, but 17 years
together.
Right. And then we were together before that. Yeah. So
you dated for 17 years, married 11, and then even before 17 years, you knew.
Right. Yeah, we were in college. Yeah. Yeah. So and that's one. And then, which is not necessarily related to my business, but just the number of women that have been able to advance. I was in Vegas, and my work study student was the very first Black woman on the board of College Sports Information Directors of America.
Wow.
First Black woman on the board. And that was my first convention, was in 92. 30 plus years ago. And so they honor her in Vegas this last week as the Trailblazer Award. Girl, you couldn't do that with me. I was just boo-hooing, just so proud, because people are watching you and you don't know. And look, check this out, Wendy. They just named the very first president, Black woman president of COSIDA. Yeah. And she said, if it wasn't to see April being on the board, she wouldn't have known that she could be president of the association.
Representation matters. It matters. You know what I mean? Representation matters. Black excellence matters. So I get it. I totally get it. Yeah.
So to me, that even though it's business, but it's not business.
No, I didn't want it to be a business question. I didn't want it to be business. Yeah.
Yeah, but I still like these people. I feel like family. And when my father passed, many people from my business side of the world came to support. So up in the country.
Yeah, good. Look, because they knew you as baby girl. That's what that is. So we'll be right back, and we're going to hear Monique's parting thought. We'll be right back.
Hey there, I'm Ty Goodwin, and you're tuned in to the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Like, comment, review, and subscribe now so you're notified when the next episode goes live.
Hi, I'm Ken MacArthur, and you're tuned into the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Like, comment, review, and subscribe now so you're notified when the next episode goes live.
Hi there, I'm Robert Kennedy III, and you're tuned in to the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Don't forget to like, comment, review, and subscribe right now so that you're notified when the next episode goes live.
So welcome back. We've just been having a really great conversation with one of my favorite clients, Monique A.J. Smith. She's talked a lot about like her journey. And, I got to tell you guys that as someone who's worked with her off and on for about 5 years, I just love seeing how you've grown and, how you show up in your business for your clients every single day. I love it. I could not end this episode without saying that and making sure that's what I truly believe. I tell you all the time, but now I'm telling you publicly what I really believe about what you're doing. Good stuff, girl. Good stuff, for sure. For sure. What's your parting thought? What's the one bit of nugget, newsworthy insight that you want to share that will help people in their lives based on your experiences?
Well, you got to invest in yourself. And so when you invest in yourself, you're telling the universe that you believe that what's implanted in you is what is your God-given gift. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, what the Bible says, if you hold it for yourself, then you can't multiply and you're not honoring God. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, the passage that came to mind as you were talking was, I can't remember what book it's in, but it's about planting the seeds on stony ground. You don't have to be the one to make sure that it takes root and bears fruit, but you just continue to, plant the seeds, because stony ground or not, it will bear fruit. It will take root and bear fruit. And I love that you're doing that. Just as an aside, everyone, the name of her business is Seeds of Empowerment. So it all is connected to this great message that she just shared with you guys in her parting thought. So thanks again for being here, Monique. Always great chatting with you.
Thank you, Wendy Y.
All right. So we'll be back for another episode with someone really great, just like today. Next time, be sure to join the after party at profitablecoachingsociety.com. We'll see you then. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much for tuning into Profitable Coaching Conversations with Wendy Y. Bailey. Be sure to join us at the after party at www.profitablecoachingsociety.com. We'll see you next time for more sales and marketing wisdom and insight from Wendy Y. and her amazing guests. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, And turn on the notification bell so you know when new episodes are posted.